Today is September 2nd, and this is Troy Park, aka Troy Bear. Today I started his massage on his head, as I usually do, and he was very responsive to that. He was very soft and quite cooperative. I did a lot of head pressing between his eyes and ears, and he really accepted that. Often that indicates headache, but I don't think that's the case in Troy. I think he just enjoyed the attention more than anything. When he was done with it, he did step back, and I moved on to the rest of his head. He really enjoyed all aspects of his head massage. I did around his ears, into his poll, into his complex. He liked that. He was very soft with it. He loved around his eyes and nose. I did a really deep massage into his mandible. Mandible felt great. There's no tension. Cheeks felt really good, and he really liked it. So that was a nice way to start. He is very personable, so just being in his space, he really likes. From there, I got up higher and I worked down his neck. His neck felt really, really great. The left-hand side of his neck was better than the right. There's a little bit of tension on the right, just kind of in the middle of his neck. When I got to his splenius, which is basically here in his neck on his right-hand side, he liked it, the deep massage there. He really responded. He really leaned into it, as he is now. He's saying yes. He likes it there. A little bit of tension there. So I really worked on that, and I think we relieved any hard spots that were in that muscle, and he was quite happy with that. That was the part of the massage where he started to lick and chew, which is an indication of relaxation. So that was very rewarding to see him respond in that way. He was quite happy. Other than that, his neck felt really good. His flex all felt good. His alignment was good through his cervical vertebrae, so that was fantastic as well. From there, I went into his shoulders. His right hand shoulder felt really great. His scapula was good. He has lots of flex on behind his scapula. He really enjoyed a shoulder massage all through his muscles there, through his pecs. He really enjoyed his pecs done. His leg stretch was really, really great. His left-hand side, though, the scapula on his left-hand side was very, very tight, especially in the front of it. It took a little bit of work. He was a little worried. He stepped away. But eventually I was able to get under that scapula and relieve it to some degree. Now, I don't think I got it completely released, that's tightness, but it is substantially better, and he did his best to allow it. I think it was just a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit tight. When I actually got in there, he was a little worried, but it felt better. In through his shoulder, it felt really good too, but it was just in that scapula he was kind of stuck. So I just gave it a lot of time. I came back to it after I'd done some other stuff and did a little bit more, but I'll readdress that next time I massage him as well, and make sure that we really work on that and get it to release completely and keep it that way. That would be really great. But it wasn't too bad. I wouldn't be like alarmed or concerned. It's just something we'll keep an eye on. His front leg stretching as well was really, really good on his left-hand side. From there, I went into his withers. His withers felt really good. He really enjoyed his withers to be massaged. He's quite happy. He's still quite licky and chewy. It was very relaxing for him. He liked it a lot. From there, I went down his back, all through his back, through his withers. Through his ribs, through his pecs, interior pecs, in through his serratus, which is his girth line. That all felt good, and he was really yawny with that. So I think it just felt really fantastic just to get those muscles to rest and relax, just like we are when we have a massage. It feels good, makes you feel sleepy. So that was really, really great. His lumbar felt really good too, like behind his saddle. It felt good. I expected he might have a little soreness there just by, past irritation from saddles and stuff, but it actually felt really good. He didn't have any negative response. That was good. I did a nice, really deep massage through his lumbar, both sides. That was fantastic. He was a very good boy for it, and he enjoyed it. Going into his hips, his right-hand side felt really good. Left-hand side, He had a little bit of weakness in his SI joint on the left. I did quite a bit of stretching that SI joint. I stretched his lumbosacral joint as well, and I kind of rotate between the two. I stretch one, stretch the other, go back and forth a bit. And as I did it, I could feel things kind of feel better. He didn't feel as weak. It's like the muscle was getting a bit of relief and tightening up a bit, the way it should sit. And I was pleased with that. So he felt a lot better when I was done. He responded very well. As he stood a lot straighter, and he yawned and stretched his face, and that was a good sign. So once I felt that it had responded in the way I wanted it to, I moved on through the hip. He loved having his hips massaged. All through his biceps, his glutes, tensor fascia, semitendinosus, which is the big muscle down the back they call hamstring. Everything felt really good in his hips, and he loved it. He really, really liked it. So I went really deep in his hips, and he was great. I did a lot of back leg stretching, and he did pretty good. He was a little bit more worried on this left-hand side, which is not a surprise after the SI joint being a little bit off, but he did well with it, and he allowed me to do what I wanted, so that was really good. He's a good boy. I checked his gelding scar. He did have a bit of banding in that gelding scar on both sides, which is not that uncommon in geldings. Sometimes you can tell that they have it because they will buck between transitions. I know that's not the case with Troy, but he was really good. He actually quite enjoyed having that release, I think. He did a lot of really deep blows when I was doing it, and I think it just took a little bit of tension out of there that he's never shown you, I'm sure. But it's gone now. The banding is gone, so that's really, really great. I did hit really good tail stretching with him, and he was very cooperative. Some horses won't allow it, but he did. He was a good boy. Again, hind leg stretching was good, with the exception of a little bit of leeriness on that left. In general, Troy looks really good. There's a little bit of stuff that we keep an eye on, but he was a good boy. I'm happy with him. I thought he might have a little bit more tenderness in spots that he didn't have, so that was really great. And so, if you want to keep him on a schedule, we could do that for sure, and just keep him feeling happy because he's doing great. Anyways, if you have questions, please let me know, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.